This is Sean. I'm making this video today because my YouTube channel has recently been expanding pretty well, and so I wanted to talk about why I use Schedule 40 PVC instead of other pipes. And so if you found anything I've done useful or entertaining, please subscribe to my channel, and that will allow you to get updates and see all my future content and projects. Alright, go ahead. Wow, that's not doing much draining, is it? I wanted to show you really quickly, this drainage pipe is the old corrugated style, which doesn't flow very well. And I wanted to show you what's going on right here. It's just gushing out of the back of this thing. So that's the problem with this black corrugated pipe, is it clogs up, it gets crushed, it doesn't flow, and then the water ends up going backwards. So look at what's happening here. And it just started raining, and look at that. Look at how that's flowing backwards. So that pipe definitely needs to be replaced. This pipe is about 2 years old, and it's slammed full of water, and it's just leaking out water out of the perforations, and so not doing anything. This is a video a homeowner sent me when she was trying to figure out why her basement was flooding so badly. And you can see there that corrugated pipe is just completely gushing and overflowing. It's clogged up, it's not flowing, and all that water is landing right up against the foundation. We were over here exposing some of this corrugated pipe, and I wanted to show you there's a crack right there, and that pipe is just full of mud. So we've talked about this before, why this pipe is an inferior product. If you're going to go through all the trouble to dig a trench, you might as well put a quality pipe in there instead of a cheap pipe. So that's what we're here doing today. She's got water going into the basement here. Now take a look at this. We've got this pipe right here coming from this gutter. So you're collecting all this water, you're sending it into a pipe, but then they've got it sent into a perforated pipe which has holes. So all that water that's being collected is then being dumped right here. And where's it going? It's already underground, so it's going straight into the foundation. And I don't know why anybody puts in a system like this. If you follow this pipe, you'll see it out here a little bit. And I presume this is it again. Again, it's a perforated pipe. You don't ever want to collect water, catch it into a pipe, which is the hard part, and then redistribute it along the foundation. And I see this over and over and over again. So we've got the fittings with us. We're going to grab this pipe, put it into our system, which is going to take the water all the way across and down to the street before it lets it go. This clip shows an example of a homeowner who recently, within 2 years, had paid to have this drainage system installed, and her crawl space was still flooding really, really badly, giving her all kinds of worries about her house and the integrity, and every time it rains, she would lay in bed and worry about it. And so this is how a lot of companies are doing it. They're taking that gutter water, after they catch it into a pipe, they're dumping it into this perforated pipe. And this didn't make any sense to me, so I like to take my gutter water, once it's in a pipe, keep it in a pipe until it's gone and completely not causing any problems anymore. And so I see this all the time, where a company has come in and put this perforated pipe along the foundation and dumping gutter water straight into it. You saw in the opening clip that PVC carries water really well, and the water flows really well through it. So you may be asking why everybody doesn't use PVC, and this clip illustrates well, because PVC, this is thick wall, it doesn't bend, it's very difficult to work with. And so when you're talking about trenching, you've got to have your trenching correct, or the angles don't work, and that's the end of it. So here I am, I'm trying to figure out, is that going to be a 45 to make that angle, or is it going to be a 22? And so we really have to have some skills to be able to use this pipe correctly. So you can see there our trench is a little bit off, and we're going to have to cut that bank there on the right. You can look at any of my videos and see examples of how the trench has to be perfect for the PVC angles and everything else to work. But there's a couple examples for you. What you don't see here, you can see that the PVC has to be laid in there correctly, but what you're not seeing is the PVC also has to be falling for this to flow right. So it has to be sloping downward for the water to continue to flow. This clip shows what happens when a pipe does not have fall. So that's a high quality PVC pipe right there, but it was holding water because it wasn't pitched correctly. And anytime a pipe holds water, the roots are going to go for it. So by having a properly sloping pipe, it doesn't hold water and the roots don't get in there. So what does it take to get the pipe sloping down the correct way and getting it pitched correctly? Well, it takes trenching it. And this moment is just burned in my mind, because here it looks like I'm trenching and everything's going great. But in reality, this segment, I had to trench this probably 4 times to get it to fall. Here's another example. This one also is burned in my mind, where you trench it, you lay the pipe in, it's not falling, you trench it, you lay the pipe in, it's not falling, you say, okay, let me just go so deep that it has to be falling, and it's still not falling. And so you really have to work and get that thing pitching down for it to work right. Everything's got good fall on it. We're in a fairly level yard here, so we didn't have a lot of fall to work with. So we ended up, as usual, we have to come higher on this side. That's one way to achieve fall. And it's funny because sometimes, so when we get this covered up, it won't really be covered up all that well because it's so high. I'll get some YouTubers on my channel, if you've seen comments, they say the pipe's not installed correctly. So, what do I consider correctly? Well, I consider a pipe installed correctly when my level says it's got fall, and during a rainstorm, which this isn't really that much, but the pipe is gushing. So that's how I consider a pipe installed correctly. And this homeowner, you can see how flat this area is. He said all other considerations are irrelevant compared to getting this piping in here right. And whenever you're dealing with fairly flat area like this, you really have to fuss with it and screw around and trench and throw your pipe in there and trench again. But what you see here is when you fuss around with it so much, you really do get good fall everywhere. So as opposed to just trenching this thing and throwing the pipe in, there may be a high spot here or even a low spot. So you can see it flattens out a little bit, but we still have just about a quarter bubble right there. So same kind of thing right there. We got about a quarter bubble there, which a quarter bubble is what you need, but we'll take as much as we can get. So we got a quarter bubble there, quarter bubble there. Now we're back to a full bubble. So the ground is kind of going down too. But again, that's how you tell the pipe is installed correctly or properly, if you want to say it that way. The level doesn't lie, and if that pipe is sloping downhill, that water is going to gush through there. All the guys that work with me have their own levels, and some of them I've given them a level. Like there's Jeremy's level right there. And every single part, every single place on the pipe that we lay, we throw a level on it and make sure it's falling. And that's the only way to make sure it's installed correctly.
You like it?
I'm over here working on getting this channel drain connected in. So we've got our adapter here, we've got a long sweep 90, we've got a 45 and a street 22, and so that made our curve real nice. We've got a full bubble everywhere going down here. The reason I like to do a full bubble is because any water that gets in here, it's going to have a very, very easy escape route to go flowing down here. I don't know if you can hear it, but that gutter is just barely dripping. You hear that? And that little bit of flow, we just got back from lunch. That little tiny bit of flow, because this pipe has great fall to it and it's smooth on the inside, that flow is making it all the way out here to the outfall. So look at that. Isn't that incredible that just a little drip like that, when run through a proper pipe that is properly set in every place to have fall, is going to flow like that. So you can imagine that when it rains, this thing is going to pour out of here. Jeremy?
We have the full bubble.
And that's a good thing, right?
It is a great thing for the flow of water downhill and away from the home, therefore saving the homeowner any sort of problem in the future.
How far do you want this pipe?
That's what we ended up with. Our sanitary tee, a little nipple, and a 45. So we had started putting this thing together, but it didn't quite work out right. And so luckily I've got a good crew, and they know that we're not worried about that. If we mess up, we just get it right. So there we go. We are just about finished up with this job, and I wanted to give it a little test. How about that? We've got drainage. That's how a drainage system is supposed to work. It's supposed to carry the water away from the house and to wherever it's not going to be a problem. Don't use black corrugated pipe and send it into your foundation. In this video, I've tried to talk about some of the pros and cons of corrugated versus PVC pipe. And as far as I'm concerned, PVC is far, far superior than corrugated. And even though PVC is much more expensive, much more difficult to work with, it gives much better flow. And that flow keeps the pipe cleaned out, it keeps it blown out of debris, and it keeps the water from holding inside the pipe as well. When water holds inside the pipe, the roots go for it. When the roots get in there, it gets clogged up. And so I think I've done a pretty good job here of showing you all these different outfalls and how well they're working. So if you like this type of video, this is much different than my normal video, let me know in the comments section, and better yet, show me your outfalls in the comments section.
So the creek across the street from us has now flooded into the street. So when this happens, we know that we have to worry about, you can see it's flooded up behind those trees. It's risen much higher than it usually is. And it's in the street. When that happens, we know that we have to worry about water in our basement. Water flowing from two directions into this drain put at the corner of our sidewalk. This window well in our laundry room basement area is the culprit that would normally have filled up with water and leaked into our basement. The storm's been going for about 30 minutes now, and the creek across the street has filled with water into the street. So we know when that happens, we're gonna have an issue, and we are dry right here.